Torts, with injuries and whatnot, any changes to tonight's lineup?
Well, you know Nick's out.
Yeah.
So Haney will go in there. I think that's the only change, right?
And then Doobie moves to center.
Maybe. Yeah.
Beginning of a road trip like this, I think when you look at the schedule, you're like, oh man, road trip at the end of the year. But it can actually be a good thing for this group at this time of year?
We're not looking at the road trip, we're looking at tonight's game. And we had our travel day yesterday, and now we worry about today. So that's all we're concerned about, not getting too far ahead of anything.
So how much do you need Brandon Dubinsky to be Brandon Dubinsky?
Yeah, it's a great opportunity for him in a year that's it's been a hard year for him. On the ice, off the ice, a lot of different things going on. He can save the day here. He needs to be a very important guy for us right now with Nick out. Wenny needs to be a very important guy for us with Nick out. So to me, Doobie needs to look at it as a great opportunity to salvage a tough year and make a difference at a key time.
Is there any, I mean, he had a rough off season with the wrist, he had a rough season with the eye. Is it still in there right now for him physically to be able to be that guy, or is he at a different level because of all the setbacks?
I don't know. We're going to find out. I don't think his eye affects him. I don't think his hand affects him. He just needs to get his head on straight and play the way we know he can play. Yeah, so it's set up nice for him here because for us to keep competing here, he's going to have to play a pretty big role. And I can't wait. There's not enough games left here. I can't wait, so it has to happen right away.
It's almost unthinkable when you think about these games, playoff pushes in the past. He was always sort of the guy at the top, at the front of the line, saying, let's do this.
Yeah.
How different is the dynamic now with him sort of being dragged into it?
Yeah, a little bit of him making his own bet, a little bit of a team maturing and some younger players coming in and kind of a changing of the guard. So yeah, I think it's a little bit of both. I pull for the guy. You guys know I pull for him. I've had so many years with him at such a young age in New York and now here. I really pull for him because I like him. But I can't make decisions on liking a guy. I make decisions on is he going to do the right things on the ice. And I'm really anxious to see him play tonight.
John, you didn't know Letestu before he got to you. What do you see so far?
Heard a lot about him just from the people there. Great character guy. I see that in just a short time I've been with him. He's done a really good job for us in face-offs. A utility guy. I mean, his teammates raved about him after we picked him up. So he has played a nice role for us here, and I bounce him around in a lot of different situations. And I like the way he handles himself on the bench. He's a pro. I mean, you guys know that. He's a pro. And to bring a guy like that in with a bunch of young guys on our team is very important.
Your team has had to draw from different guys as you go through injuries, ups and downs, whatever's guys in and out of the lineup. How much has that experience through the year? How much will that help tonight and throughout the rest of the way? You've drawn on different guys through different adversities over the course of the season. Yeah. How much will that experience help this team beginning tonight and on throughout the rest of the way?
Well, I think we've handled ourselves well here of late, obviously, in getting points in a season where we've lost a lot of people for important times of the season, left for dead a couple of months ago, crawled back into it. I really do. I think we've handled ourselves very well here the past little while, but now it's at another level, and to me it's not pressure, it's exciting, and to have an opportunity to, with 6 left, still have an opportunity to get in and do the real stuff. I think guys should just embrace it, and I think that's what we've done, and everybody's contributed. I really do believe the veteran guys we brought in helped solidify ourselves a little bit. But the young guys are guys I count on. The Milanos, the Bjorkstrands, they play important minutes for us. So as I've said right along, short term it's been really good, but I also picture long term where we can go as an organization as we go through these type of situations.
It's been a little while since Dubois was with Panarin and Cam. Can that kind of, I think you
Sure.
said it kind of went stale a little
Yeah.
bit there. Getting them away from him, him away from them for a little while, and then putting them back.
I think it always helps.
Yeah,
Yeah, I do.
right.
I think it always helps. And he's gonna go up against McDavid tonight. Luke has played against all the top players. Probably playing against one of the hottest players, probably one of the top players in the league. Luke, as I was just answering, Luke wants that, and I think that's going to enhance himself tonight. So, we've got to try to control that guy. I don't think you totally stop him. It's going to be put in his hands quite a few minutes tonight.
You've said a number of times, obviously, that things look good on paper, and then you have no idea until when it gets in the game or whatever. Panarin and Atkinson, they're clicking this time. Earlier in the season, they really weren't. Can you put your finger on why it's working now?
No, I'm not even going to pretend to. I'm not smart enough to understand that. You try it, it works, you stay with it. To me, the coaching part of that, it's not as complicated as I think people make. And I've said to you guys all year long, I don't know. I'm going to try. I'm going to watch it. If it goes through the eye test and it's working, I'm going to stay with it. If it doesn't work, I'm not going to stay with it. It's not about the science and analytics and all that. It's about just watching, see if they can play together. And if they do, I'm going to keep them together.
John, every team is new. I'm wondering, for someone who doesn't cover your team on a day-to-day basis, what's the one thing you'd want someone seeing your hockey club for the first time to know? The strength of the team and why it's in a pretty good position right now.
Well, I think of late, and I think it's been one of our biggest weaknesses this year, and I think it's been one of our biggest strengths as of late, is a team that's with confidence. It's a kind of a general term, but I really think we've had a number of guys through most of this year who had career years last year, an 108-point season, really struggle this year. It just has not worked out. Not through lack of effort, it's just one of those years for a number of our guys. I think they have found themselves here. I think we've kind of joined in the locker room at the deadline, and I do think we're playing with a ton of confidence. Even though we lose the other night against St. Louis, it's probably one of our better games we've played out of those 10 games we won prior. So I think that's our biggest strength right now. And I think we have a really good goalie, and I think it's a team playing with confidence, and everybody's chipping in.
And you guys brought Hurst and Robinson. What role do you see for them?
No idea.
If any?
No idea. I don't even. I've heard great things on this kid Robinson. Brody has had great reports out of the minors. I don't know where they fit right now. I don't know where my lineup's going to be depending on injuries as we go through here. No promises have been made to either one, but it's exciting for me to see a couple of young guys. I watched Broadhurst skate yesterday. He can skate. I've gone through a number of different flows with that fourth line this year. You guys that have followed us can see that. We losing Nick, it changes a little bit of dynamic as far as who goes in. And so they may get an opportunity. I just can't predict where it all goes.
When do you expect Anderson to be back? I know you mentioned he's been skating.
No idea. He started to skate. It hasn't even been in the conversation with the trainers.